Good morning. Again, my name is Larry Douglas. I am the Housing Program Manager from Chester Community Improvement Project. And I would like to introduce Jackie Warner. Come on up, Jackie. Jackie Warner is another mortgage counselor with our agency. She will be the counselor for Delaware County's program. So if you have your application through Delaware County, this will be your mortgage counselor.
Good morning.
Okay? Thank you, Jackie. That she's gonna be up here with me all day. Alright. But again, my name is Larry Douglas from Chester Community Improvement Project, and I've been in this field. This year will be going on 10 years that I've been doing this. When I first started off in this industry, a lot of people asked me what I did, and I said, well, I was a mortgage counselor, and they're saying, well, what is that? Through the years, and that you've been seeing in the news, is that mortgage counseling is being so very vital now in the industry, okay, due to the rate of foreclosures and things of that nature. So housing counseling is very important, and that's why you guys are here. But also, there are three main reasons that you're here as well, okay? Three important reasons why you're here. Can anybody give me those three reasons?
Money.
Good. Say that loud.
Money.
Oh. Yeah, money is one. Okay. Show me money. What you say?
A house.
Say it again?
A house.
Okay. That's number one. Okay. So we had money. Okay. That's two. House is number one. Okay. Even though you're applying to receive the assistance for the program, you want to buy the house. So we have house number one, money number two. What's the third reason? We keep it real with these classes, you know? Number three, what's the third reason? Yes, ma'am.
Your credit.
Credit, yes. That's one reason.
The knowledge.
Knowledge, okay. Someone else? You guys can just put them up there. Budget, okay. Anyone? Anyone?
Ownership.
Ownership, okay. But you have to, okay? To receive the assistance, you got to be here. Am I right? All right. Are you guys with me today? Okay. But you have to be here. All right? It's a requirement for the program. But can you imagine? You have to do a total of 8 hours for a group seminar. Okay? You fix your credit up, because credit is going to be so vital in other aspects of what you're going to be doing in the future. So you fix your credit, you get the money, you get a house, you know? That's a raw deal. That's bad. Is that bad to anyone? That sounds pretty good to me. You're looking at $5,000. You don't have to pay it back. You're going to live in the house. You know, the city of Chester, you get up to $10,000. You stay in the house that you bought. It's good all around. Okay? But we're here to assist you in that process. Okay? For the things that you're looking at that you want to do, we review your credit with you. We go over budgetings. We go over mortgage financing. We go over affordability for sales prices, all those things that we go over with you. It's that you're not alone. And a lot of times people go out into that industry not knowing the information that they should ask. And what we do here for this program is that we give you options. You choose, but we make sure that they're in guidelines for the program. We want to make sure that we want to give you the money. We want to give you the money, but we want to make sure that everything that you're doing financially, that you're doing and making a right decision. Okay? A lot of times through this process, emotions are going to be running high, but we're going to say, oh, wait, you know, we understand that you want to buy this house, but let's look at another side. Okay? We're going to be looking at how high the taxes are. What is your insurance going to be? What is the monthly mortgage payments going to be? What are your utilities are going to cost in that property? We got to look at all these things, and yet still you have to work and feed your family. Okay? Through this process, We have to make sure that you're still maintaining everything that you're maintaining now. You just can't go to your landlord and say, well, I'm going to stop paying rent because I'm going to buy a house. They were like, that's nice, but next month I want my rent. Okay? I'm just being honest and truthful with you. Okay? You're going to have to maintain a lot of things now. Okay? With the industry changing, a lot of things are changing with it. That's why we have these group seminars, to just keep you guys informed of what's going on. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do is explain the programs with you. Okay? Just to give you an overview. We're going to be explaining those things again when you have your one-on-one. Delaware County's program. There's 2 programs. You have Delaware County Homeownership First, and you have the Renaissance program. Delaware County Homeownership First assists up to $5,000. Down payment and closing cost assistance. It's a 0-interest loan that you would have to pay back if you ever sell or transfer the property at any time. Everyone understands that? Okay? Just give you a scenario. You purchase a house, say it's in Wallingford, okay? You received the assistance for the program, you lived in the property for 10 years. You decide that you want to move out of the property, okay? There will be a lien against your property. It will be in second position after your first mortgage. Your mortgage will have a lien on the property as well, but that stays on there until you pay the mortgage off. We only stay there for a certain amount of time, okay? But Delaware County Homeownership First will stay on there if you ever sell or transfer that property out of your name. So in that same scenario, you decide that you want to sell the property. You will pay your first mortgage off, you will pay that $5,000 for the second off as well, okay? Everyone understands that, okay? Renaissance, which a lot of people are probably looking into. Renaissance, you find something in Collingdale, okay? You receive the $5,000. After 5 years, it's forgiven. You don't have to pay it back. There will be a recording fee. I do the recording fees for the satisfaction department for those liens against the property. Is a recording fee of $51 that you will have to pay to the county. Okay? Not to CCIP, not to the Office of Housing and Community Development. It's for the recording. That gives them the information to record the satisfaction piece. You don't have to pay that money back. Okay? It is satisfied. You lived in there for 5 years. Your obligation of staying there for 5 years is done. Okay? That comes off the deed of your property. Okay? So that's Delaware County's program. Okay? Everyone understands that? The City of Chester, 2 programs as well, okay? You have Homebuyer Assistance Program that assists up to $5,000 in down payment, $5,000 in closing costs, making that a total of $10,000 that you can receive to purchase your new home, okay? That is forgiven after you lived in the property for 5 years as well. There will be a lien attached to the property again, okay? But it's forgiven after 5 years. You don't have to pay it back, okay? We also have a moderate income program, okay, for people that fall above the qualification for the Homebuyer Assistance Program. That assists up to $5,000. That's only in closing cost assistance only. That is also forgiven after you lived in the property for 5 years. After 5 years, you don't have to pay that assistance back, okay? With all these programs, there will be a second lien on the home, okay? If you're in the program that is actually forgiven after 5 years, that lien will come off the property after you lived in the property for 5 years, okay? Everyone understands that, okay? Okay, keep it. Okay. All right, everyone understands that, okay? Any questions? No questions. Yes, ma'am.
How much is considered over the qualifying?
When you receive your application, they have the number of people in the household and the gross income household income. If you are over that income threshold, again, there is a Renaissance program that has higher income depending on the number of people in your household for Delaware County. City of Chester has the moderate income program. again, for the number of people in the household, if you make over that qualifying income, then we can transfer you over to the other program. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
What if you wanted to switch from one program to a different one?
That is fine. What we'll have is a transfer form. You will have to fill out an application for that other program that you wish to transfer to. We'll just take the information that you already applied to that one program and we'll apply it to the next program. With this program and most of the programs that we have, you have to update your information every 6 months so we make sure that you're income qualified. The income levels change each year. They change between February and March of that next year. Within the last 2 years, those income levels haven't changed. 2008, they have changed, and it was over 2 years since the income level has changed. But they did change for 2008. Okay? So in 2009, between February and March, we'll get the new income limits for that year of 2009. Okay? But you need to update your information every 6 months. Young lady asked me this morning is basically how long the program takes. Very important question. Average is 6 months to a year, but basically everything depends on you. Okay? We give you the tools that you need to know to get a mortgage, look for a home, all that information, but basically everything falls on you. How assertive that you are, or how driven you are to purchase your home. Okay? We're there for support. Okay? We're going to be there for you. But again, we can say, you can get this house, you can get this house, but if you don't have the faith that you're going to get that house, all the things that we're doing is null and void. Okay? Because there's going to be a part that you will have to do. Everyone understands that. Okay? We have our part. We're going to be there to support for you. But you have your part. If you say, okay, there are some things that are in your credit report that you need to address. You need to build up your savings. You need to pay down debt. And we'll see you in another 4 months and those things haven't been addressed. And you look at us and say, hey, you know, why is it taking so long? I have to put that back on you. Okay? Let's just keep it real. Okay? We're here to support you. We're here to give you the money, but there's things that you have to do. Okay? Now, in your packet today, there is some information that we're going to be going over. Very important. Now, in the back, you have a home buying process. Okay? This is basically what you're going to be covering in the home buying process. Okay? Today and next week, you will do a total of 8 hours. Okay? With our program, it's a total of 8 hours. We are a HUD certified counseling agency. HUD requires that you have at least 6 hours of home buyers counseling. We're over that 2 hours. Okay, so we're over this required standards from HUD. Okay, we find it so very important that this is the information that you need to be a smarter consumer. There are questions that you need to ask. There are a lot of times that people, and again, this is open. It's not mandatory that you go through this program. If you decide that you don't want to go through the program, we still want to give you the ammunition to be a smart consumer when you go out there. There's still a lot of sharks out there that says, hey, money talks. Okay? If you don't have the right questions to ask them and have the feeling of saying this is not right, you know, you may be taken. Okay? And we don't want that to happen. When you call our office and you ask for an application, we ask you a lot of questions. Okay, you're a first-time home buyer, have you entered an agreement to sell, have you been approved for a mortgage? Because those are the information that we need to know where you're at in the process. Okay, very important for an agreement to sell, and we're going to be covering that. You cannot sign an agreement to sell before we review it and make sure that the stipulations in the program are there to protect you. Okay, there are a lot of times when you may enter an agreement to sell and things don't go right, okay, and you may be stuck and lose money on a house that you didn't purchase, okay, or you may get a home inspection on a house that you don't have an agreement to sell on. you're not committed or purchased that property, so why are you going to get a home inspection on a property that you're not even committed or purchasing? So that may be wasted money. That gives the seller evidence of, well, this is what I need to actually fix my house up. You are asking for a lower cost when I can actually sell it for a higher cost if I fix those things in my property. Thanks for getting that home inspection for me. Home inspection may cost you at least about $300, $400. Okay? So you have a piece of paper worth $400 for a property that you're not purchasing. Okay? So those things that we look at. Okay? So you have your home buyers classes for a total of 8 hours. Okay? It's going to be this week, it's going to be next week. Okay? After you complete the classes, you're going to come to your one-on-one. That's when we really get involved. We pull your credit report, we go over credit and budgeting to see where you're at in the home buying process. We will give you an action plan saying these are the things that you need to address for what you're trying to accomplish. As I stated before, we're going to do follow-ups, making sure that your updated information, your pay stubs, your bank statements, those things. We're going to have a gentleman come, Richard Elam, talk about credit and budgeting. Okay? One thing is very important. We have some budget worksheets, and he's going to have some budget worksheets. If you do your budget worksheets and you tell me, and I have a lot of clients saying, well, Larry, I don't spend any money on anything. Okay? Here's my bills, and you show me you have extra $200 that's left over. When I look at your bank statements, I should see that extra $200 going into a savings account. Okay? Very important. We will take that information. It's not for us to just have and say, hey, we're going to put it in your file, because we will do that. Realistically, that's going to be actually falling back on you. If you tell me that you don't spend any money, extra money out, and you have $200, $300 of extra savings, I should see that savings just keep on accumulating. Okay? So that's the first thing I'm going to ask you. Okay? Well, I'm seeing here there's an extra $200, but I don't see anything in the savings. So where's the money going? Okay? It's not being honest with me. You have to be honest with yourself. Okay? All right. As we complete your action plan, again, we have all those things that we're going to be going over with. Okay? When your action plan is completed, we're going to see where you're at in the process to get a pre-approval. When you come to us, it's just going to be a stage where we're actually going to be looking at acting like the mortgage company. We know what they're going to be looking for, okay? And to get you pre-approved for a mortgage. When you're done with us, you'll be able to get pre-approved for a mortgage, no doubt, okay? We're going to be asking you the questions about your income, about your credit, if there's any derogatory things on your credit report, how are you going to explain these things? We need to know, because again, banks are going to ask the same thing. Okay? And it's just getting you prepared for what they're going to ask you for. Okay? Once you have your pre-approval, that's when you get your certificate and letter to realtor. Your certificate is very important. Mason & Dell's National City Mortgage, they need a copy of that showing that you have home buyer's education. Very important. That's how you get the discount rates and fees and those things of that nature. Very important. Again, in light of what's going on in the industry, they need those certificates. Okay, very important. The letter to realtor, as I was explaining before, that letter to realtor is basically a document that